Anyways, um, yeah, so I guess she's not the ass. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And as the title says, okay, anyway, um, yeah, as the title says, today I will be reacting to and judging um, Am I the A-hole stories on Reddit, and this is a part 2 of the one that I did like a long time ago. Yeah, so let's just get into it. Okay, so the first story here is, am I the a-hole for jumping off a train before the doors closed and abandoning my pregnant wife? I know the title sounds crazy, but I'll try to explain this as best as I can. I'm 29 and my wife is 25. She is also 5 months pregnant. Recently, we decided to go on a holiday together, nothing fancy, just to the coast, which meant that we had to get a train, which had maybe 3 rolling suitcases and one of those army style backpacks. There was no issue as we boarded the train and we sat down and put the luggage next to us. About 20 minutes into our journey, we heard an announcement over the speakers that the train was being diverted, which meant it wasn't going to stop at the station we needed anymore. As it was saying this, the train was coming to a stop at the next station. I panicked and told my wife we had to get off or we weren't going to be able to get where we needed. I got up and started grabbing our things and rushed off the train. I couldn't believe it when I looked around and saw that she hadn't gotten off because she was trying to grab our third suitcase. I had the other two in the backpack. Okay, unfortunately, it was too late, and even as I rushed to the doors, they closed. My wife looked like she wanted to kill me, and the train pulled away with her on it. I called her to tell her to get off at the next stop and I'd get the next one and meet her, but she was absolutely irate and told me the holiday was cancelled and she was going home. To top it off, she told her family and mine, and they're all furious at me for abandoning a pregnant woman on a train, headed God knows where with a heavy suitcase, and my father-in-law told me I was an idiot for what I'd done. How do you leave a human being alone on a train and bring along a suitcase? Okay, let me try to rationalize. Honestly speaking, I think he was kind of an a-hole because, in my opinion, although the suitcases are important, his clearly pregnant wife is so much more important than that, and he should have made sure that she got off along with him. But also, it is kind of good that the wife stayed in the train with the suitcase because, I mean, yeah, if the suitcase went missing, then there would be no one to care for the suitcase, and we all know how much luggage gets lost in the public transportation system, specifically in airplanes and stuff. So, yeah, but in my opinion, it's kind of a 50-50 here. For one thing, it's not really that serious, but then again, it could have been a completely avoidable situation since they were already announcing it on the speakers. But yeah, that's that. Okay, let's see what the comments say. Oh my god, okay, so the comments are literally tearing him apart and calling him the a-hole. So yeah, some of them are saying that it's kind of hypocritical for him to just leave to want. The people in the comments are saying that it's absolutely hypocritical of him to so badly want to get off at that stop, but then it's okay for his wife to just get off at the next stop. And yeah, I agree, it's kind of an a-hole move, but yeah. Okay, so let's just move on to the next story. Yeah. Am I the a-hole for not including my son-in-law in photos during my bachelorette party because she wore white? I never really understood why wearing white was such a huge thing in Western weddings because it's such a ridiculous rule. But I understand that it's a rule they have to follow, which is fine. It's wedding etiquette or whatever. But I mean, comparing it to Eastern or Asian weddings, I mean, you could never outshine the bride, and that's a fact. I'm getting married, yay! And my brother John asked me to include his girlfriend Sarah as a bridesmaid as a way to get her involved in our family since he wants to propose soon. I wasn't happy, she's quite snobbish, almost in a comically villainous way. She once made fun of the fact that I get most of my groceries from the local big box supercenter and not somewhere with more high quality product. Um, I don't want to judge too early, but I love John and it mattered to him a lot, so I agreed. Okay, now onto the issue. On the final night of my bachelorette party, we decided to have one big meal, and that was really pricey and fancy that we all saved up for. Sarah said she had to take an emergency work meeting and for us to go ahead first. The restaurant was walkable from our hotel. Guys, when Sarah showed up, I was floored. She came in a white, sparkly, sweet sequin number with a tulle skirt and a tiara. When we were planning the trip, MOH made it abundantly clear that everyone was supposed to wear pink and we could get a really cute photo together at the restaurant. I'm not even kidding, her outfit was so bridal looking. The waitress asked if we were having a joint bachelorette party. I was so upset that when it came time to take photos, I absolutely refused to have Sarah in them. Okay, the waitress knew what she was doing. No, because that would be the last straw. She said it wasn't her fault because she didn't get the memo, but I told her it was common sense to not wear a bridal looking dress to a bachelorette party if you're not the bride. Plus, she was in the group chat and even made comments about another girl's outfit when we were talking about what we wanted to wear, so I know that she knew. Not the blatant lie. All of my friends were on my side and they made sure she didn't end up in the photos. When we got home, she pitched a fit to my brother saying that we bullied her at my party and deliberately left her out. She was also pissed because a lot of family and friends noticed she wasn't in the photos and I wasn't afraid to tell them exactly why. My brother's really upset though because she's been crying and whining about it non-stop since. Apparently they're both so mad that they're going to skip Father's Day brunch. So the whole thing is blowing up even more. I'm starting to feel bad because my mom told me that my brother and Sarah were fighting a lot now. So I'm not sure if I'm being the a-hole here. My brother even called me a bridezilla. But I really feel like Sarah was trying to ruin my night. Um, I guess it's pretty clear here that she's not the a-hole, obviously, because I mean it's a wedding, no white, obviously no white, and I guess we can pretty much tell from the first paragraph itself that Sarah was not a good person, you know. So let's just move on to the comments honestly, because I made my decision. Not the a-hole, a tiara, and a tulle skirt, all in white. Someone was clearly jealous of the attention you were getting. If the drama continues, I will reduce the size of the bridal party by one. Lord knows what kind of stunt she would put on the wedding day. That's true. Not the a-hole because tiara. Oh my god. Actually, true. Like, I mean, it's a bachelorette party, so why would you wear a tiara? I mean, a white dress is fine. I guess it's pretty forgivable, but to make the white dress look more extravagant, you had to wear a tiara. Make it make sense. Yeah, so I guess she's not the a-hole. Okay, so the next story we have here is: am I the a-hole for not helping my wife with our newborn at night because I work early mornings, and for asking my mother-in-law to leave our house? Um, Hello Reddit, this is my first time posting here, but I'm really needing some outside perspective. I'm a 34 male and my wife is a 32 female. We've been married for 6 fantastic years and we recently had our first child, a beautiful girl who's now 6 weeks old. Things have been tumultuous lately and I'm not sure if I'm the one being unreasonable. I work a physically demanding job in construction that starts at 6 am. This means that I have to wake up at 4:30 am to get ready and commute. My job needs me to be alert as any lapse could lead to serious accidents. My wife is on a year-long maternity leave and has the responsibility of caring for our baby throughout the day. Here's the problem. Our newborn, as they do, wake up several times throughout the night. My wife has been insisting that I help with these late night feedings and changes, but I've explained to her that a lack of sleep could seriously jeopardize my performance at work and my own safety. To add to more drama into the mix, my mother-in-law has moved in with us to help with the baby. However, her idea of help often involves criticizing my wife's parenting, which only adds to her stress and dictating how we should run our household. She's also been siding with my wife on the nighttime assistance issue, making me feel ganged up on in my own home. I help as much as I can when I'm off work. I take on most of the cooking, cleaning, and tend to the baby as soon as I'm home till she sleeps. But the continuous pressure and lack of sleep are becoming unbearable. After a particularly heated argument, I told my mother-in-law that if she wasn't going to contribute positively, she needs to find somewhere else to stay. Well, at least he's brave for that, I'll give him that. My wife was upset, saying that I was out of line for kicking out her mother. I feel bad, but I also think that the current situation isn't sustainable. So, Reddit, am I the a-hole for refusing to assist with our newborn at night due to the nature of my job and for asking my intrusive mother in law to leave? I should also mention that I have two stepsons from my wife's previous relationship. Oh, okay. In addition to my work and the baby duties, I also pick them up from school, help with their homework, and take them to their sports practices after I get off work. It's not just about the newborn, we have a whole family to take care of, so it's not like I'm lounging around sipping a beer post work. Balancing all the responsibilities is what makes the situation so challenging. Thanks for the feedback though. My take on this is that they've been married for 6 years, and I guess the wife has two sons. And honestly, they had 6 whole years to decide to have a child and, you know, discuss on whether they could actually care for the child or not. And they had 2 children to take care of. So obviously, deciding to have a child is a big decision, but like, bro, you had 6 months, 6 years. Oh my god. Yeah, 6 years. That's a long time. I mean, it's understandable, but you're still a dad. I mean, when you decide to become a parent, that I'm pretty sure that responsibility also comes along with, bearing a child. So you're still a dad, and I guess for a newborn, being a dad comes first. I mean, like, he doesn't have to like just stay up for like a few hours, like maybe do some small jobs here and there, stuff like that. Because obviously, taking care of a newborn is a huge job, and I'm pretty sure it's mentally very taxing. So yeah. But anyway, coming to the mother-in-law thing, honestly speaking, I feel like they should have just accepted her into the household with her and taken her criticism and stuff with a grain of salt, because she's providing free help, and she's also like a mom. She has that experience before. She's not like some kind of random babysitter, so she has experience with taking care of children. So that's a lot of help, and just because she's taking sides and stuff, it's not really that much of a big deal, I guess, unless the argument was about like very insulting or something, I guess. He is the a-hole for kind of neglecting his duties as a father, but he's not the a-hole because he's kind of giving priority to his job, which does require him to be energetic and not tired and stuff like that. But let's read the comments. Okay, someone said everybody sucks here. Okay, you don't get to toss out your mother-in-law, who is apparently there at your wife's request. Under normal circumstances, I would say it's 2 yeses for any house guest, but this period of time postpartum is an exception to that rule. Your mother-in-law should be helping with nighttime feedings at this point in time. That's the main assistance she should provide. This is where the pressure needs to be applied. Your wife is frustrated and overwhelmed dealing with a 6-week baby. Is not a walk in the park, I know from experience. But sleep deprived for someone working a physical dangerous job with a long commute is not a solution. That's true. I think everybody sucks here. That's a more appropriate judgment. Okay, so someone else said, why can't you take the 3:30 a.m. feeding? You go to bed at 9 p.m. after you fed the baby, she takes the 11 or midnight, and you get up at 3:30 a.m. every night. The round-the-clock feeding doesn't last a year, so why not set up a schedule that gives you one early morning feeding? You're already up at 4:30, so I don't get why you can't take the 3:30 feeding. Okay, yeah, scheduling could work also. I love how they're just arguing in the comments. I guess everyone is just confused, and they have different opinions on parenting, but I guess the best option is to just let the mother-in-law take most of the responsibilities, because she volunteered and upon the wife's request. But yeah. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video, and honestly it was pretty fun to read those stories, so let me know if you want a part 3. And I guess that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.